Nah, you know, like when you get approached by the cops, they tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. That I think people forget the last part of that. Everything you say can and will be used against you. People don't listen to the will be used against you.
God is coming for you niggas. And you can call black culture trash, even though you black nigga. And you can say that a pack of dogs or this and no home training. Whose fault is that? You allowed these niggas to twist and brainwash and put these drugs in the, the community to turn you against him and him against them. And then now they got y'all mind all fucked up. You running back into the motherfucking house. You look goddamn house, nigga. This video contains copyrighted material that is used under the fair use provisions of U.S. copyright law. All right to the original material belongs to the respective copyright owners. The use of this material is for educational purposes only.
Black people don't want to live in black neighborhoods. Yeah, I'm saying it.
You lying ass bitch.
Hey, but let me start this off like this. Because what I'm going to say, I'm going to offend some of you motherfuckers. There's just no way around it. And I really don't give no fuck about offending you niggas. Only a hit dog holler. But let me backtrack. I personally do not care if you white, black, Mexican, or other. Live your life to your fullest extent. Be great. That's what God intends for all of us. But at the same time, I am black. I do see what's going on. I do see you niggas.
Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. You should ask yourself who taught you to hate being what God made you.
This is animalistic. I mean, animals don't do this to each other.
Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
This is ridiculous, man, when people are acting up. These people acting like they had no home training. Acting like fools, being brutally assaulted.
This is animalistic.
I know that he was charged with resisting arrest without violence.
Yep.
I can understand the officer punching the window out, but what I don't understand is, and I know you said that this was not ruled criminal, sucker punching the guy in the jaw.
First of all, let me stop you. Not a sucker punch. I'm not excusing that administratively. There are things that we definitely need to look at.
Nigga, what? Man, fuck that shit.
But the context of this video should tell you everything you need to know.
It looks like it's a sucker punch because he's looking straight and you can see this.
Right.
Okay, and then you see them pull him out and you see a couple of punches to the face. But he charged him with resisting arrest without violence. So I saw a lot of violence. I think the public saw a lot of violence against somebody that was not violent.
Well, first of all, Eric, don't try to talk the public into what they saw. They just saw the same videos you saw. You're not allowed to resist a police officer when he's doing his lawful duties. You don't resist when you're doing your lawful duties.
Niggas get mad at me for observing the shit that you do.
Pulling AR-15 on the highway patrol.
A driver pulled over for speeding pointed a rifle at a highway patrol officer yesterday. CHP says it happened just north of Reading on I-5. An officer stopped a vehicle on the Mountain Gate off-ramp. The driver, they say, got out of the car, pointed the AR-style assault rifle toward the officer. Officials say the suspect re-entered his vehicle and then they started pursuit. Vehicle continued southbound, driving at varying speeds before exiting the freeway at Oasis, continuing for about 2 miles west before stopping near Vigil Court. The suspect taken into custody, booked into Shasta County.
It is what it is. Don't use the black thing. No, don't you? I'm a black man. Wait, hold on, Eric. Hold on. Stop for a second. Because you're trying to be incendiary.
Teach hate. You should ask yourself who taught you to hate being what God made you.
This is animalistic.
It is what it is.
Restoring safety to America's communities is a cornerstone of the president's Make America Safe Again agenda, which has secured the border, empowered our law enforcement, and taken dangerous criminals off our streets.
That's what I'm saying. This is the shit I'm talking about. When I bring up shit that niggas do, niggas get mad at me for observing the shit that you do.
The behavior displayed is nothing short of cruel and absolutely unacceptable. Wow, I can't believe this. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. This should not be happening, man. Told you guys, man. White people, be honest, man. Be honest. Do you want to live around these people? We got a problem in the black community. A big problem. You see, folks, if you had fathers in the homes, man, this wouldn't be happening, man. This wouldn't be happening. The fatherless problem is a real problem.
You lying ass bitch.
What? 25% of black people grow up in two-parent households? This is a result of breaking up the family. Yeah, thank you, Lyndon B. Johnson, a Democrat. This is ridiculous, man. I am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, man. I'm not claiming these black people. Boy, if I could say another word right here, I would. Another word to call these people, you guys already know. Yeah. That's what they are. I'm not even gonna blame you if you say it too. You may be thinking it in your head. Of course, you can't say it out loud. Black fatigue is real. It's real.
It's niggas like you that are part of the problem. Fuck you and your black fatigue. What about white fatigue? What about all the towns that they done bombed because some white woman said some fucked up shit like Rosewood down there in Florida?
The town of Rosewood was a small, predominantly black community not too far from Gainesville. It was destroyed at the hands of an angry racist mob. What started the attack? Allegations from a white woman in the neighboring community of Sumner that a black man had assaulted her.
And they murdered the whole time.
Picture shattered on New Year's Day 1923 when a mob of white men invaded Rosewood, burning homes and churches and shooting people as they fled.
They came on the first day of January and they did not stop burning and shooting and hanging and lynching until January the 7th.
This is animalistic.
Like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street.
The Tulsa Race Massacre is believed to be one of the worst incidents of racial violence in American history. From May 31st to June 1st in 1921, as many as 300 people were killed, hundreds were injured, and thousands of buildings were destroyed.
On June 1st, they began to systematically destroy neighborhoods, and they had airplanes dropping things down on people's houses, and they had made up their minds to clear the entire area of black people.
It started after a newspaper reported a black man tried to sexually assault a white woman. Many did not believe that story.
This is animalistic.
Philadelphia back in 1984. These niggas just bombed Philadelphia in 1984.
MOVE is a totally revolutionary organization.
The complicated story of MOVE begins in the early 1970s. The organization followed the teachings of their founder, John Africa, who advocated a lifestyle rooted in nature, All members took Africa's last name and lived communally in West Philadelphia.
We must fight back.
They were known for staging disruptive demonstrations and frequently clashing with authorities, protesting everything from police brutality and war to pet stores and zoos.
Move, them trying to live in the way that they wanted to live, didn't sit well with a lot of people, and it escalated pretty significantly, pretty quickly.
In 1978, more than a year after the city issued an eviction notice, Philadelphia's then mayor Frank Rizzo ordered an attack on Move's home.
They're going to go either easy or hard way. That can be standing up or laying down.
The months-long standoff culminated in a shootout. One police officer was killed and Move's home was demolished. While Move maintains that the officer died by friendly fire, 9 of its members were convicted and sentenced to up to 100 years in prison, including Mike Africa Jr.'s parents.
The mayor admitted that he believed my parents were innocent. He believed that my parents were not in prison for the charge that they were charged with.
Police are inside Move headquarters in West Philadelphia conducting an intensive search for weapons.
He says the media's portrayal of Move was often exaggerated, and he says the organization was misunderstood even among many African Americans. 7 years later,
You had officers and members of the police force who wanted revenge.
in May of 1985, Philadelphia Mayor Wilson Goode ordered the organization to be removed once again from a home where they were living.
What we have out there is war.
And on May 13th, local news stations like WCAU in Philadelphia covered the escalating crisis throughout the day. Police would fire more than 10,000 rounds of ammunition into Move's row house before eventually dropping a bomb on it. The city's police commissioner at the time, Gregory Sambor, defended his officers that evening.
At no time did any police position fire in an offensive posture. It was purely in a defensive posture.
11 Move members, including 5 children, were killed. While no city officials were criminally charged, a Philadelphia investigative commission later concluded that police actions were clearly excessive and, quote, unconscionable.
Now, to these leftists, man, they don't understand why there's a whole bunch of black men locked up in prison, even though black men represents like what, 6-7% of the population, but they account for 50% of the violent crimes.
This is the part that he left out about that prison system.
A combination of the war on drugs and get tough on crime policies put forth by our political leaders and policymakers has led to approximately 2.4 million incarcerations, making our motto, the land of the free, appear to be an oxymoron. Private prisons are different than public prisons in that the government does not own or operate them. They are private-owned businesses contracted by local, state, and federal government agencies to house inmates for a fee. CEOs and managers of private prisons have the same expectations as any other CEO or manager to generate new business and watch the bottom line. Here, there is an unsettling contradiction. A business whose purpose is to cut crime rates and rehabilitate those already incarcerated, yet they invest in policymakers and political campaigns that assure longer, harsher sentences for nonviolent offenders. Like plantation owners exploiting slaves for their own profit, private prisons are exploiting their inmates in slave-like ways, forcing them to do the work of their independent contractors for almost nothing. The combination of mass incarceration and outsourcing inmates soon turned the private prison industry into a multi-million-dollar business. Like slave owners buying their slaves at an auction, government contractors are buying their labor from private prisons.
I don't give a fuck how bad my brothers and sisters act sometimes. It's bad in every fucking community. Instead of fucking pointing the finger, do something about it. You niggas can't even walk the motherfucking hoods. You can't walk in Memphis. You can't walk in Chicago. You can't walk in Atlanta and be comfortable. I've been all over this, a whole motherfucking United States of America and other countries. But you scary ass little bitch ass niggas getting on YouTube cooning. You a coon. You a house nigga. You ain't built for the motherfucking field. Just admit it. You know, stop pointing the goddamn finger worried about what's happening to them niggas when they are steadily oppressing our niggas. Yeah, I say nigga, but I'll take that role of pop. Never ignorant getting goals accomplished. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, and you niggas are wasted. What the fuck is you smoking? Cause you weird niggas act like you don't understand what the fuck is really going on. You a cancer.
We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think we're dealing in hate. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us is come together against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate your nose and the shape of your lips? And I, for one, as a Muslim, believe that the white man is intelligent enough. If he were made to realize how black people really feel and how fed up we are without that old compromise and sweet talk. Stop sweet talking him. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up, if he's not ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. It should catch on fire and burn down.
It's interesting. Just they got a different perspective than what Americans have. Facts.
Fugazi ass nigga, stay the fuck away from me. Ain't no love for your side, bitch ass nigga. We gon' ride, no flaws over here. Kill them all, they gotta die. Time's up around here, get the fuck around here. Situation lost, ain't no love around here. About to smoke around here, Babylon around here. You made it lots of fun, lose your soul around here. Ain't no sympathy, ain't no sympathy, ain't no sympathy, ain't no sympathy. I'm a gladiator, you not safe inside my coliseum.
Cause this what's finna happen. Our people ain't finna, they ain't gonna listen to you. They stiff neck ain't gonna listen to you. They stiff neck.
Come on.